Cash rules everything around me. Cream, bring the money. Dollar, dollar bill, y'all. Cash rolls everything around me. $1 dollar bills, y'all. All right, thank you. If you love 90s hip hop, you probably remember that song. Our friends at the Wu-Tang Clan claimed that cash rules everything around me. Exactly. But I'm here today to tell you that it actually doesn't, at least when it comes to planning your total reward strategy. The modern workforce is full of employees with increasingly high expectations. Blame Google for their free lunch, I'm a victim of that. Or just outside, Silverline, San Diego's #1 best place to work, boasting unlimited vacation days, flexible work time, and 401ks that match as soon as day one. But hello, I can't afford copious amounts of perks and benefits and kombucha machines. Sorry. But what's worse is that I can't afford to lose them either, because SHRM tells me that it'll actually cost 9 months' salary to replace them. Today's HR leader has an insanely crazy amount of tools in their tool belt for engaging and motivating top employees. You guys might be trying to drive attraction, candidate experience, motivate, retain, and engage your employees through maybe L&D efforts, D&I efforts, comp and ben, III. There's so many choices. How will we ever prioritize our efforts? Which is why we're here today, right? So today we are going to focus in on recognition. According to Deloitte, it's a low-hanging fruit. When done well, can actually reduce voluntary turnover rates by 31%. So that means you get to save 1 in every 3 employees from walking out your door. But the key here is when it's done well. The modern employee craves personalization, authenticity, and choice. So that means the recognition cannot be one size fits all. Your goal is to create a competitive program that will exceed every employee's expectations. Wu-Tang might have preferred the cash. And honestly, your employees might too. But here's a really sad fact that maybe not many of us knew. 77% of transactional recognition programs will actually fail in the first 2 years. And we'll talk about that more in a second. So then what do employees actually want then? The key today is to get inside their heads. So let's talk about your brain. You have 2 sides, the left, which is our logical side. It loves data, it loves science, it loves math. But the right is our artistic side. It's creative, it's imaginative, and it loves forming really strong visual memories. Cash might feel like a really easy option when you're running recognition programs, but its transactional nature limits it to only live in the left side of the brain. If your program's gonna succeed, it needs to light up both sides. So today we're gonna talk through 3 psychological factors to consider. The first is actually psychic value. This is going to be what the perceived value is to the employee. Cash is pretty obvious when you think about it, right? Because a $20 bill's value is literally written on paper. The left brain quickly digests that, it eats it up, but then it moves on to something else completely. But experiential rewards, thinking about maybe earning lunch with your CEO or incentive travel with the family, really cater to the right side. They're unmarked. So what they do is they actually create strong anticipation visuals and lasting memories way after the event's over, not dollar signs. The next is trophy value. As soon as cash flows through your bank account, it's gone off your radar. We're all guilty of that. But physical reminders of appreciation, maybe a trophy, a plaque, or digital badge, continue to stimulate the right side of the brain and also serve as a status symbol for your employees. But not to forget our favorite trophy, social media. Social currency is an insane stimulator for the brain, both sides. The left side is sitting there eagerly counting all the likes and comments that come through, while the right side is picking out its favorite photo filter. So my question for you today is, are your rewards Instagram worthy? The last factor is guilt. Monetary rewards are immediately linked to compensation, but compensation is linked to physical needs, for example, security, safety, food, and shelter. Everything that's a basic need. And we'll often visualize that when we look at things like Maslow's hierarchy. So cash forces your employee to make a decision, between things that they want, which stimulate feelings of fulfillment, happiness, and newness, and things that they need, safety and physiological needs that continue to drum on those bottom two rungs, driving that guilt factor. But isn't guilt the last thing we want employees to feel, especially when they've killed it at work? We want them to be excited, to celebrate, and ultimately choose something that they wouldn't have otherwise afforded. So then what happens when you make the choice to choose non-cash rewards? Our friends at Goodyear Tire and Rubber ran a really interesting sales contest. They've split participants into two blind groups, one rewarded by cash, or rewarded with cash, and the other rewarded with equally marked, or equally valued, but unmarked, travel and merchandise incentives. So not only did the non-cash group deliver performance that was 50% stronger, we'll look at the numbers here for the ROI. We see that the cash group actually lost 20 cents for every dollar invested into the program. So what I'll leave you today is one question. When you're thinking about your recognition strategy, consider switching to non-cash rewards. They offer employees increased psychic value. They build a mental and physical trophy case for the employee. They let them indulge in something that's completely guilt-free, and for you, you get to come home with an ROI you can truly celebrate. Thank you very much.